Okay. Let me see. If anybody is there, can you tell me if I sound okay or not? Because I can't. I don't know if I sound okay or not. I don't know what I sound like at all. Yo, what is good? Basically, what is up, bro? I'm still trying to put this together. This has been a crazy day, or not really a super crazy day, but it's just been a day. This is so not what I had planned at all. But I'm like desperately not trying to fail. Okay, I sound alright? Cool, cool. Dude, when I say I was like this close to failing today, like I was just so close. And I was just thinking it would just be so trash for me to fail like on my second day. That would just be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. What's up with you though? How you been today? Goodness. Everything's looking fine. Is the background music super loud? If anybody knows, or if you guys can hear it at all, because I don't know if it's like overpowering or not. Like I don't want it to like compete with me, I guess. It looks like it's fine on my end. Spicy Mo, what's up, bro? What's going on? I also need to know. If anybody else comes in here, I'll be sure to. Well, they'll probably see it. It's really low. The background. That's fine. That's fine if it's really low. I didn't want it to be like super duper loud or nothing. I wanted it to just be like to where you could barely hear it. So you just been chilling, just trying to record a Jujutsu Kaisen tier list video, but been super busy. I feel it. When you say like a Jujutsu Kaisen tier list, you mean like strength or like your favorite or like in terms of what? In terms of what like kind of tier list? I'm just curious. Nathan, my boy, what's going on? You say you just got back from vacation? Where'd you come back from? Did you go somewhere fun? Did you go like down south or something? I know it's a lot of decent places to go as of right now. Trying to find somewhere to put all my stuff. Where my there we go. Mimosa fans down right now? You're crazy. Noah finally has a moment. Like Mimosa has had like so many moments with Asta that like I don't even feel this one at all. Mimosa's had so many moments with Asta. This moment with Noel means nothing. Oh, you went to Cali? Cali's dope, or at least I hear Cali's dope. I've never like personally been myself, but like from what I've heard, people always say Cali is dope. Oh, Noel over. I mean, Noel's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I talk a lot of trash about Noel. I don't want people to think that I hate her. I just think Mimosa makes more sense to me. Like it just makes way more sense. Cause like if you remember how it went in Bleach, it was like Rukia was the first female in Bleach, and she didn't end up with Ichigo. So I mean, it was the orange-haired one. That's what I'm thinking is going to be the orange-haired one again. It makes too much sense. You can't say it doesn't make that. It makes too much sense. It's going to be the orange-haired girl again. I do understand Bleach and Black Clover are two different series, but I think it's gonna be her again. Let me see. You said it was a lot of fun, a lot of places to see, great food, great weather. I bet. Did you go like to one of those busy places? Did you go like to like what is it? Like freaking Los Angeles or like San Francisco or something? Or did you go like somewhere random? Like people always act like when you go somewhere you gotta go to like the premier spot, but a lot of times them random places be kind of it be kind of hype. It legit do be kind of hype. I mean, Renji was right there for Rukia. Come on, see, like people keep saying that, but my thing is like, so what? Renji could have just got nobody, just like how like Uryu ended up with nobody. Like he didn't get anybody. So I mean, like Renji didn't have to end up with Rukia. Like it could have just of easily ended up with like Ichigo and Rukia and like Orihime and Uryu. That one made so much more sense. Like that chain all kind of made more sense to me. That's just me though. Rukia is like 150 years older than Ichigo. I mean, like technically, you could say the same thing with what's gonna call it? What's his daddy? Ishin. Ishin was technically hundreds of years older than Ichigo's mom, but they still got together. So like, I don't think that means anything. At least I'm assuming he was 100 here. He was hundreds of years older than because he was from the actual Soul Society. Like he was a Soul Reaper. Like first, he was from there, while she was a human. Oh, you went to NorCal, sightseeing at Yosemite, Alcatraz, Silicon Valley. That sounds kind of lit. It's like you went to a bunch of places. You must got some money, bro. But no, sure, that sounds dope. Like Alcatraz has always been one of those places that I would like to see, like that prison island. That sounds like it'd be hype. You saying nah, Renji was getting nah. Ichigo Rukia, their relationship made so much sense. Their relationship made a ton of sense. Ishin lost his powers. I mean, he did, but at the same time, that doesn't take away how long he had been alive. Like he had still been alive for a super long time. At least I'm assuming he would have still been alive for a super long time. Who's my favorite Bleach character? Um, who's my favorite Bleach character? There's like a couple people that I was like a really big fan of. Like I was a big fan of I guess like in no order. I really like Soy Phone. I thought she was really cool. Like how like she was like the like assassin chick. Um oh, what was his name? Hitsugaya? No, not Hitsugaya, not him. Not Toshiro. I wasn't a big fan of him. It was oh, what was his name? It was the dude. Hold on, let me see if I can find him on here. Oh, what was his name? Let me see here. There you go. Let me see if I can find him. Bleach. It was the lieutenant dude. I cannot remember his name though. This dude right here. What is this dude's name? Shuhei. That's what his name was. Shuhei. I was a big fan of Shuhei. Cause I thought he looked mad cool. Shuhei was dope. And that other guy, Shinji. Shinji, I thought Shinji and Hiyori were mad cool too. Just cause like the whole visor thing was so hype to me. Cause like I was watching Bleach like when I was way younger, back when it was coming on like Adult Swim and stuff. And I thought that like how his Zanpakuto worked and like how his mask looked when he went visor looked hype. Like Shinji was a beast. And then I liked Hiyori a lot because she was beating up Ichigo. Because Ichigo would always get on my nerves, which is how he was. Would always kill me. But yeah, those are my favorite people. It was very expensive, not gonna lie. It was my sister's graduation. Oh, that's why y'all went all out. Well, yeah. For that makes a lot of sense. And it's probably nice to be gone for like, get away from everything for a little bit. Especially when you get to see a bunch of the dope places. I get you, but as soon as Orihime said he loved Ichigo, it was a wrap, and Renji and Rukia already had a backstory for their relationship, so it's definitely a wrap. I mean, I feel you on the Orihime end, but at the same time, she could have ended up with nobody. I felt like the chemistry between Ichigo and Rukia was just like it was there. It was there. What's going on, bud? How are you doing, bro? One smart, what's up? Well, you look like a type of person like so. What does that mean? What does that mean though? Like, Toy Phone was dope. Quan, why am I getting ads on your channel about a murder Pokemon game? Which game is it? Pokemon Unite? Because I've actually been playing that recently. It's really fun. Have any of you guys been playing Pokemon Unite? That might be a fun stream to do. Since you're doing a video every day for 2 weeks, does that mean we're getting Eden Zero reviews? So I did think about Eden Zero, and I realized that I forgot to mention it in the actual challenge video. So like, I just want to do like some just general Eden Zero videos, like just talking about like what's going on in the series. Maybe not so much as like maybe not so much as like a weekly review kind of thing. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's just kind of weird because it comes out on the same day as Four Nights, so it's kind of tough. Like, that's just the only thing. Oh, Jake, Hage had better power grid than out township. Oh, dude, that power outage was so stupid, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys right after. I'm gonna tell you guys right after what I'm gonna do with Eden Zero. So I just want to do like some general videos. Oh, and thank you for $2. I can't remember if I said that or not. I appreciate you. But dang, what was I saying? Oh, I just want to do like some general videos about what's going on in the series right now. So like, I don't know, cause I want to talk about the story. If it leads me to do a review, then that's just where it's gonna take me. But like, that isn't my intention at the moment. But Eden Zero is definitely gonna have a video or two or three in this time period. But no, dude, literally for the power thing, I was working. I I promise you guys, I was working on the video. Like I was at my computer re-recording, like doing some stuff because there was some parts I wanted to add. It's the video I'm going to do tomorrow. I can just tell you guys about it. It's a video about Dante from Black Clover. That's what the video is going to be about. But like I was working on it, I was double checking some stuff because I would show you guys my board, but my handwriting is really bad because my board has ideas and there's like some chapter numbers on it and stuff why I was referring to, and like, but my handwriting's terrible, so I really don't want to show you guys because you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, my handwriting sucks. But I was working on it, and then everything just went blank. Like everything went off. Like I went downstairs, like Sheldon's light was off, the filter wasn't on. I walked. Well, first I like hit the fuse box like 2 times and it wasn't working. And then I was like, what if it's out just in my ear? And I walked outside. All my neighbors' houses just had no lights, no TV. It's this old lady. It's this lady named Anne who lives a couple houses down. We were outside. We were talking about it. It was terrible. It was a horrible, horrible experience. And so I had to wait. The power didn't come back on until like not even all that long ago, maybe like an hour or two ago. And like I wanted to redo the video and like just get back into it, but I couldn't get back into that mode after taking such a long break. So this was like what I wanted to do instead. Would you say Spice? Shinji is also my favorite character. I think the violence were huge. Like, oh my gosh, yes, they got hyped up so much as being like stronger than I think was it the like ad Huches or something. And like they had a lot of potential, but like I kind of wish they could have got more Iran car fights or like some Iran car fights. I want to say all the Iran cars were beaten by like captains. I think captains and Rukia. Yeah, yeah, for most of captains and Rukia. So like Divisors didn't really get like a moment to really show how dope they were. So Phone kinda got on my nerves, but she got better in the 1,000-year blower. I mean, I just liked her kind of character, that like stern, kind of meanish character. I don't know. It's kind of like one of my things. You better Jin's overdrive than chat round. I know, I'm so hyped now that it's like I didn't see Klein coming into this fight. Also, like definitely the whole mercenary versus mercenary thing with Jin and that other guy made a lot of sense. But I didn't see Klein coming into this, so I wonder like, are they gonna have like some kind of tag team overdrive or something, or some tag fight? Cause like I wouldn't be mad if him and Klein tag team, because you know they both got their wind based ether gears, but like at the same time, like I do want a solo Jin fight. I mean, Klein's cool, don't get me wrong, but I do just kind of want a solo Jin fight. And Bud, I'm 100% for sure that Natsu could eat Fuegoleon's fire salad. Well, if the salad is made out of fire, I feel like he could. If there's any type of, well, it's like fire magic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could probably eat him. It's like fire magic. Oh yeah, Rax literally you already said yes. Yeah, it's fire magic. Real redemption video win. See, my thing with real is like, what he did was impressive, but at the same time, like, it's not. It's like Rax. I agree with you. I don't think it fully brings him back, because like essentially Real's only worth comes in making sure Charlotte didn't die. So like, which is very important, and his spell is broken. Don't get me wrong, but it's like he still didn't like. I don't know. It's like he he would need a couple more moments for me. Like for me personally, he would just need a couple more moments. For like, he's definitely less mid than he was, and he has an actual feat now, which is like finally. But geez, it took forever. Uh, my friend and I got into a little argument about today's chapter. I honestly didn't believe that Asta would end up with Noelle, especially with his maturity level and goal. Who did you think Asta would end up with? Are you Team Mimosa? Rebecca? Sally? Honestly, the ones with like Rebecca and Sally seem fun. Like they seem like a funner ship. Like Noelle seems like the super basic route. That's my only thing with that one. Noelle just seems like the really obvious route. And to me, like I said earlier, Mimosa makes the most sense to me. So Quancredible was living it. I'm still in the. I'm not living it, bro. I promise you that. I'm scraping by. Scraping by. You see how blank this wall is? I'm definitely not living it. If I was living it, there'd be stuff on these walls. See, Lognan's Overdrive is gonna be awesome. I hope so. Like I don't know what it could be. I wonder if he's always had it too, but just never really had a reason to use it. Cause outside of his fight with Witch, he never really had a reason to go Overdrive. And even in that instance, maybe he didn't really want to like fight her all like that. Don't call it a comeback, real bin. Oh my gosh, that's one that was horrible. That was so bad. It was so bad. Being magic is irrelevant. Slayer's ether attribute, even if it's a different part. Yeah, like not saying like, oh, only because it's fire magic, but I didn't know if the salamander was actual like flesh. Like for a second, like that's what I was thinking about in that second. I was like, wait a second, is he just like a giant dragon type thing that shoots fire, or is he actually made of fire? I had forgot that like he actually just is made of fire. That was my thing, because that'd be like saying like Natsu could eat Charizard, where it's like he could probably eat the fire off of Charizard, but Natsu himself could not eat Charizard or any other thing that just had fire on it. Like it would have to be comprised of fire, at least from my understanding. Bruh, maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, but I don't have Asta and Noelle have ever had a hard. No, they haven't. No, I don't. I mean, you honestly haven't thought. You're not thinking too deep. I mean, because it's the actual truth. I mean, Asta hasn't really had much relationship talk with anybody outside of his moment with Rebecca. That wasn't even like a moment. Like she just kissed him. So like, I mean, that's not even really a moment. Asta's not like a super. I mean, I guess most shonen protagonists really aren't super romantic characters, though. When you think about it, Naruto and Hinata didn't have a romantic talk till like their freaking movie after the series was over. Well, I mean, she did have that moment where she said she loved him, but I don't know how much that really counts. Are you like real more than Charlotte? You're crazy. You are crazy. Well, I guess we're talking like on a personal note. I mean, if you're talking about like a personal note, that's fine then. I guess it's not as like immediately blasphemous as I thought. But like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I guess because Real is technically similar to Luck. Like he has a similar personality. Like which is something I forgot about. But no, I don't know. Well, it makes me curious as to why. Do you just not like Charlotte's personality as much? Like, or do you just not, or do you possibly not? Is Charlotte one of your least favorite captains? That's one thing that makes you think about. Did Asta showing up now feel better since he's on? Yes, yes, it did. It makes last chapter not as bad, and that's something I definitely want to bring up in my review on Sunday. That like Asta not being able to be a huge contributing factor, perfect. That makes everything perfect. That makes everything so much better. I mean, honestly, I'd still rather Nozelle or Dorothy or someone else step in, but this makes it a lot better. You're not anti Asta and Noel, but you just expect more development between Asta and Noel besides relating to him saving stuff for battle related. I mean, they potentially could have a conversation after this. I highly doubt it. But I mean, at the very least, this is some development for Noel. I think, honestly, what I think is I think after this battle, Noel will kind of be on terms of where Charlotte was before she confessed to her squad, where Charlotte had already come to terms that she liked Yami. Like Charlotte did that at some point before the series came to terms with the fact that she liked Yami, whereas Noelle had never even come to terms with the fact that she liked Asta. So like Noelle will be where Charlotte was. I mean, Charlotte is obviously a step farther than her now, but that's how I see it. Charizard would watch. No, no. Charizard definitely not watch Natsu. Charizard isn't a dragon type, but Natsu could. Natsu can't eat Charizard. He's flesh. I mean, I guess if he actually just eats him, but like with his ability, he wouldn't be able to eat him. I mean, people in Pokemon do. It, no, there's animals. Wasn't in the first season there was like a dog in Pokemon, or do they actually just eat Pokemon? Cause it's kind of dark if they actually eat Pokemon. One smart Charizard would definitely not wash Natsu though at all though. Charizard at a huge disadvantage. I think the class thing makes sense with Noelle. She is living and learning commoner life with who Asta is advancing to royal life with good balance. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like how Asta is just, yeah, yeah. I mean, cause like Noelle, I mean, for better or for worse, she was not as down to earth as Mimosa was. Like as a kid growing up, whereas Mimosa always kind of like felt connected and cared for the commoner people. Noelle was kind of like caught in the middle of like because I feel like Noelle naturally was like how Mimosa was, but she was also like really into the like distinguished royal life like Nozel. So this is definitely I do agree with you. I think it is a good balance. I don't like Rax to us. Go read the Pokedex info on Farfetch'd. Let me put it up here so we can all see. Farfetch. Is there Rax, is there a specific game Farfetch do you want me to read? Because I have a legitimate site that I go to for my Pokemon stuff. This one. If you ever need any Pokemon information, this is the site right here. Pokemon PokemonDB.net, bro. This has literally gotten me through so many Pokemon games. This site is beastly. But which one? One Springer Green Onions holds it like a weapon, used much like a metal sword. Those reedy plants grow is rarely seen, so it's through their numbers. Oh, it's so soft their numbers are decreasing. Rax, which generation, or do I have to read all of these? Because this is a lot of definitions, because there's like 90,000 games. Actually, Rax, tell me which generation to read, because I don't want to read all of these. You said I don't like her personality towards Yami. It's just annoying. And Briar Magic is mid, but it's above average because of the curses. I think like she's definitely one of those characters where I think like her magic was just strictly based off of her squad, like off of her squad name, which is fine to me. I don't know. Like the thing with Charlotte is Charlotte is I don't like her. She's I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say she's like more of a true tsundere. That's just false. She's just really embarrassed. I don't know. I enjoy Charlotte's character, but I guess I could totally see where somebody would dislike it. I I I can see that. I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. Wait, hold on. Pokemon eat each other? I mean, it makes sense. A Charizard or Flareon with a bit. Oh. Oh, I see what. Well, I mean, not too strong on his own though. But I guess how strong. I guess it would depend on how strong, like how strong Natsu is without his fire. Like how strong is he? I imagine eating the more human-like ones is just wrong. That's just dead wrong. Read the trivia notes. Actually, third bullet point. Okay, trivia notes. I'm assuming. All right, Rex, do you use this site too? That'd be crazy if you did. Trivia. Rex, you talking about on Bulbapedia? Oh my gosh. Rax, you use Bulbapedia, bro? Don't do that, Rax. You don't want to use Bulbapedia. This site is for casuals. Also, an unnicknamed Farfetch from the above languages transferred to Generation 8 from a previous generation will be treated as a nicknamed Pokemon. Due to Generation 8 using different character for the apostrophe. Oh, we were talking about the apostrophes? Or did you mean literally third? Wait, do you mean this other one? Due to the changes to the critical hit formula in Gen 6, if holding a signature item to leak and using a move with increased critical hit ratio, the move will always land as a crit? Is that what you're talking about? He has guaranteed crits? I'm so confused, Rex. No, don't you're the Bulbapedia. Bulbapedia is for casuals. Don't be a casual. A lot of Pokemon eat people. I don't know of any Pokemon that eat people. I mean, maybe like, oh, what was that lion one? I feel like any big cat one would probably eat Pokemon. You said one up? Let me see. Okay, according to the anime, Farfetch are rare because they have been overhunted for food. Oh, this means Farfetch is one of the very few Pokemon confirmed to be used for food. Oh, okay, I see. Rex, you said third. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like fifth. You set me up. Said the internet has ruined Vaporeon for you. What did the internet do to Vaporeon? Is it something gross? If it's something gross, I don't want to know. But if it's something funny, I do want to know. Also, I do want to say this. I don't really drink pop all like that, or soda, whatever you want to call it, from wherever you're from. But I was given this for free, so I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink it because it was free. Quan Casual doesn't know his Pokemon lore. Rax, that's because I don't go to freaking Bulbapedia with your trivia questions. The freaking your freaking show and tell trivia questions. Bulbapedia is for casuals that want trivia. I go to the hardcore sites. I go to freaking, what is it called? PokemonDB.net, where it's pure stats and information. This is pure information. This is where real trainers go. Rax, I think that you should know the kind of trainer I was. I don't know if you're kind of familiar with with the Pokemon anime, but I was definitely more of I was definitely if you do you remember Gen 4, the one dude Paul? I was more like Paul, where I'm just like I'm all about my business. I don't care about no feelings or none of that. I'm gonna see if I can find him. Paul from Pokemon. Paul, that was my guy, bro. He was like one of my favorite. He was outside of Gary. Paul was my favorite rival, like for sure, hands down, because he was that dude. Yes, this dude was a straight menace, bro. This dude was a straight menace. Paul, bro. Oh my gosh. This dude right here. I don't know if you guys remember him. Remember that psychic squid? Maybe NK, I think. It shows. It's why you didn't know Vital Farfetch lore. You'd flunk out of Pokemon Trainer School. I mean, maybe off of the random useless information section, I might. But if it's about moves or matchups or like stuff like that, or all that kind of stuff, all the nerdy stuff, I'd probably get that right. A lot of psychic, bug, and ghost type Pokemon kidnap and or eat people. I definitely feel like Pinsir eats people for sure. I feel like the way Pinsir looks, he definitely eats people. I feel like Scyther's probably just homicidal, just for the sake of being homicidal. So Majecula is finally a smarter villain. She realized how much of a problem Asta would be. See, that part about Majecula scares me if that's what she said. Because, like, the main thing about it for me is that if she does realize how smart or how much of a potential threat that Asta could be, like, that could be a good thing in the sense if she starts taking it seriously. But if she just said that and then she still actually doesn't take him seriously, like if Tabata just made her say that and then she doesn't do anything, then that would just look trash. Or it could be one of those things where like Noelle could just clap her right here. Like there's always that possibility where even though she realized how dangerous Asta is, she still just might get clapped by Noelle in her Saint stage, which would be wild, honestly. It's also kind of wild that Libby in the spoilers of the chapter noted that they need Devil Union to like go up against her, and like to me that means that like Libby thinks in Devil Union that they could take her, which I feel like I don't know is weird. I feel like that's weird. He thinks that. You said I'd be a top tier Pokemon school graduate calling up in Team Rocket. You said I'd be a petty criminal, Rax. I don't think Team Rocket. I like the other one. What was it? Team Plasma was really cool, and what's that other one? Team Galactic. Team Galactic was all right, but Team Plasma was the coolest because their stuff actually made sense. Like Team Plasma was actually kind of spitting. Oh, One Smart, you're right. I remember that thing. Oh, what was it called? Drift Blim, I think. Yeah, Drifloom. That's what they call it. Yeah, that doesn't look that bad, but it just snatches Pokemon up. Yeah, that one's kind of wild. I don't even know why they would make that like a Pokemon that terrifying. Said anyone buying the Gen 4 remake? I more than likely am. Typically, most like if it's a somewhat similar to a main Pokemon game, I typically buy it. Like I didn't buy like I didn't buy Pokemon Snap because I didn't like Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't like Pokemon Snap, but when I was a kid, I thought Pokemon Snap was silly because I had Pokemon Stadium. I didn't want to take pictures. I wanted to battle. So as an adult, I didn't buy Pokemon Snap. But I more than likely am probably gonna get the Gen 4 the remake. I mean, Diamond and Pro was a good gen, honestly. I'll be chilling with him. He's my favorite character, and his OST is amazing. Dude, the black and white OST for Pokemon is wild. It is actually just wild. Like there are some songs that I didn't realize how crazy they were when I was a kid. That when you randomly hear them on Twitter, it's like, oh my gosh, this song is actually really like it's like hype. And yeah, and I really did enjoy it, especially like I don't know, cause he had actually like Pokemon Black and White are so underrated because like they actually have like as far as the Pokemon games go, they have one of the more compelling stories that have like stakes and stuff and like character growth. Like they actually like Pokemon Black and White was like a real game. Like like it wasn't just a Pokemon game, it was like a real game. Oh, you already pre-ordered both of them? Nice. Nice. That's great. I am kind of excited for him though, honestly. The new Pokemon games. I just really don't like the art style though. That's like the only thing that's like annoying about the new ones. It's like the art style looks terrible. Like the art style looks so bad. I mean, to me, if you like it, you know, by all means, enjoy it. Enjoy it. But me personally, I do not. Let me see. I also got this I got this like super spicy jerky. It's kind of spicy, but it tastes like really good. It's supposed to be like sirloin steak jerky. It's pretty good. I forgot about that. Pokemon Black and White did have exclusive locations with Black City and White Forest. I made you buy both. I want to say the only thing that was weird to me is I know like in between black and white and black and white too is that I think like if you it was something to where like if you bought the other one it was technically like the same. Yeah, Rex, Team Plasma's dope. So it explains a lot. What does that mean? What do you mean it explains a lot? I like Team Plasma. What's your favorite group? Rex, you're probably a fan of Team Aqua, the bozos that wanted to flood the Earth and kill themselves in the process. Majecula might surpass the grid in my favorite devils. I mean, as far as the list of favorite devils, the list isn't really extensive. It's kind of like there's a grid and then no one else outside of Libby. None of the other devils really have characters like that. They don't really have personality. Let me see. Do you think that Yuji, Yuta, and Hikari from JJK would honestly be on Gojo level in the future? Um, Let me see. I'll answer this backwards. Hikari, I honestly have no idea. Just because, like, even though Yuta did say he was stronger, it just depends on what it is. Because Yuta do be being modest, like, all the time. Yuta, for sure. I definitely think he would. And Yuji, it just depends. It really depends on how the stuff, to me, with Sukuna goes. Cause like I feel like if Yuji always has Sukuna, then he'll definitely always have that potential. Could be like on Gojo's level, just with a Sukuna, with any potential things he could get off of him if he does get anything off of him. Ooh, excuse me. But I feel like if Yuji loses, I feel like if Yuji loses Sukuna before he can learn anything off of him, then I don't think he'll be able to. Let me see. Gen 3 is my peak Pokemon designs and favorite Pokemon is from Gen 3, but yeah, Team. Yes, Gen 3 was like that's what got me back into it for sure. Cause I don't know what it was about Gen 2, but I just didn't care for a lot of the other Pokemon. Like the Gen 2 games were good, I just didn't care for the Pokemon. But Gen 3 was definitely a solid, super solid game. But like you said, the villains were just so stupid. Like their motivations were so dumb. Honestly, theirs was probably the dumbest when I really think about it. Like, I don't think anybody had a dumber idea. It's like, oh, we're gonna flood the earth. Well, it's like, well, we're gonna dry out the earth. And it's like, both of you realize that you're going to destroy the world that you live on. Like, you in fact, will not have somewhere to live after this. Like, this is like the worst idea ever. Like, literally the worst idea ever that, like, anybody that has ever had. It's terrible. Trying to think. That's funny. Honestly, for Hikari, I'm very curious to know like what like Hikari's stuff is, like what his curse ability is. And also another big thing for like JJK is like I'm like really tired of Yuji only punching people. Like I don't know if it's just me. Like and don't get me wrong. Like please don't get me wrong. I'm a meathead at heart. I love to watch people get punched, but like Yuji needs like a move or an ability. Cause we getting to the point to where like him black flashing everybody, like it's just gonna get old to me. That Akari was just shown in the latest chapter. He's a really interesting character. I think he might become a favorite. Oh what is it that TBE scans? Like I had read the spoiler chapter that he was shown, and he does look interesting. He looks very interesting. I just don't know like I don't know if I can say how strong he is just off of that one thing. You should check my DMs, Rex. Okie dokie. Checking DMs right now. If it would ever pop up. My computer sometimes acts mad weird when I'm streaming. I'm just checking on my phone. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me put it. I have to put this on Twitter so you guys can see it. How ridiculous Rax is right now. Oh my gosh. Why is Twitter not loading for me? Of course, now of all times. You guys have to see this. This is so stupid. Of course, now of all moments, my Twitter would just be acting ridiculous. I think he might have a gambling technique like Damnatio from Black Clover. I mean, Damnatio's attack isn't really gambling. I think. I feel like Damnatio's technique is more like it's more. Well, we don't really know how his move, like how his scales work all like that. I don't know. Cause we really just don't know. Like we actually just do not know how his scales work. So we don't know if it's a balancing thing or if it's a gambling thing or anything like that at all. But no, I definitely do think he'll become a favorite though, for sure, just because of how he is. Let me see. Is it bad to say I never really got hyped for JJK? It could be the American in me, but I didn't put it in my top 5 or get drawn to the manga after season 1. I wonder why that is, cause like I was really hyped for JJK just cause it reminded me of like it gave me lots of Yu Yu Hakusho vibes with the whole like paranormal guy in like high school fighting like spirits and stuff. Like I got that Yu Yu Hakusho vibe, which I really liked about it. And like I think the thing that really got me into it is I really liked Junpei's character. And like I thought that him and Yuji were gonna be friends and stuff. So like how they faked me out really got me into it. Like that worked really well for me. So like I mean that might not be everybody, but like it worked really well for me at least. I don't know. It just depends. Like if you don't like those kind of characters, I don't know. I don't know why somebody wouldn't be really hyped for JJK. I mean, if it's not your thing, I mean that's not a bad thing, I guess. Or do you like other paranormal series? Like, are you a fan of like Yu Yu Hakusho or Bleach? It could be a paranormal thing. Oh, Aragon, what's going on, bro? Glad you could make it. Did you see the exposed leaks of Jay? He used to be in a dark guild. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Jay used to be in a dark guild. Is this more of your Photoshop magic, Rax? Am I the only one that forgot Leo was in the Black Clover story? Leo's gonna have his day. One thing that I really liked about, or I guess it's not really a theory, but it's more something that Jack Oates pointed out about like the Vermilions. I remember he had made a tweet saying that like Marileona has a like volcanic fire, like Fuegoleon has solar fire, and like Leo has astral fire. I really think that'd be a cool concept if Tabata took that and ran with it. I know it's like so unlikely, but when Jackos was saying it, it sounded so cool. Jackos is really amazing. Like that guy has some dope theories. Uh, what are your thoughts on Chainsaw Man? I find it pretty meh. I actually have never checked out Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna check out the anime when it comes out. And if the anime is cool, I'll read it. I know Rex and a couple other people have been telling me to check out Chainsaw Man forever, and I just have not. But if it does like if I like the anime, I'll read the manga. That's pretty much it. That's how it's always gone for me. The anime type, or if it just has a decent-ish story, I'll definitely I will check it out. Little Steve, what's going on, bro? You have not missed anything. We just in here chilling tonight. We're just in here chilling. I was just doing everything I could to not miss this to not miss day 2 of my challenge. Day 2. It's only day 2 and it's already like I had to stream. It's like so crazy. I was telling the people in here that I had a whole video planned and all of that, and the power outage just like ruined everything for that. But oh my gosh. Uh, was Leopold's gonna have his moment? He needs to. I hope he. I honestly don't know what his moment could be at this point. Seeing looks like they're only fighting like higher tier devils. Unless they give like the Vermilions. If they give the Vermilions a devil fight, that would actually be hype. Like that would actually be really hype. If there's like another fire devil, but like a better one, and like all the Vermilions fight against it, that would be fire. Not that pun was horrible. Oh, that pun was so bad. Not fire, but that would be Lit's bad too. Oh, that's another terrible one. It would be dope to see. I'll say that. Yeah, Jack Oates is the goat for real, like 100%. Um, I love Yu and I like Bleach, but I feel like I wanted JJK to blow my mind in the anime form based on Forever World, and it never hit the expectation set. Love Chainsaw Man though. And see the thing with Forever World is he overhypes or like overhates on some things. Like I used to be a really big fan of Forever. I still check out his stuff like from time to time. But that's the one thing I've noticed about him from watching him for years is he dials it up for whatever it is. So I mean like it just depends on like what kind of person you are. I definitely do think some of the anime moments, if you like JJK, then they're going to be absolutely amazing to you. But if you don't like if you don't like an anime all like that, or if you're not a fan of a series all like that, it doesn't matter like what kind of moment they could put in the anime or what kind of animation. It's not going to hit the same to you, which is fine. You love Chainsaw Man though. I hear like almost nothing but good things about it, honestly. What's up, Darnell? How's it going, bro? Do you think anti-magic could only just negate magic or might have other properties? What do you mean by other properties? Because like anti-magic definitely does negate magic, but like outside of negate magic, I don't know what else you could mean. Like, are you talking about like a way of like how Yami's magic can attract magic? Or maybe like in a sense like repel magic, maybe? It just depends on what you mean by other properties. Or do you just mean it like really vague? Like in that way also. What is it? The Chainsaw Man is very overblown. It's pretty okay at best. You think so? I mean, I don't know. It could be, it could not. One series that like I am scared of being overblown is Kaiju number 8. Cause like Kaiju number 8 is really good, but I'm scared people will overhype it. Like, cause like so far Weekly has had like fire chapters like week after week after week after week. Like it seems like it's always on like a high note. But I am a little worried that it gets overhyped. So maybe if Chainsaw Man is in the same vein as Kaiju, where like they just have hype chapter after hype chapter after hype chapter, then I'll be worried. Oh wait, we're actually going to read the thread in the DMs about Jay. I seen you guys talking about Real. I don't see anything about Jay. Oh, that Jay looks like this dude. I seen this. What was it last? It was last night. No, it's a couple days ago actually. These old pictures of Jay were crazy too, though. The ones where you post 4 variants of yourself. Like the one where like Jay Cloud has like this mullet type thing was crazy to me. I think anti-magic can evolve into anti-matter and start canceling out everything. Yo, if Asta got to that point to where he was canceling out matter, he'd be stupid broken. Like he'd be crazy. He would be absolutely crazy. He would start to be more of a, cause at the moment Asta is he is a threat to other characters like outside of Black Clover, but like if they're not magic based, he's not as big of a threat. But if he starts canceling out matter, goodness, he becomes extremely scary. Yeah. Oh, so you think like repelling and attracting magic or things that have mana in them? I think that'd be a fair like. I feel like that would be a very fair natural progression for him. Cause like that's kind of how I've envisioned how he flies on his sword. It's like he's just repelling his sword, like you use it like repelling, like using the anti magic and repelling it off of the ground, or like using the anti magic and attracting his sword to whatever the magic he's sensed really far away, and then so I guess like one or the other, or maybe both. So yeah, I feel like it could definitely have other properties. I would agree on that one. Kaiju number 8 will get canceled, and I'm a big fan, but admitting it. Weekly Shonen Jump is not going to deal with diminishing publishing. 2 chapters a month is not a schedule they promote in such a new series. Hmm. That is fair, but I don't know what like the details of that schedule is. Like I don't know if that's the author's schedule that they want, or because I was under the impression that that is what Shonen Jump put them on. Like I was under the impression that Shonen Jump made them only release 3 chapters a week, and that's like the contract that they signed for that. So if it's a Shonen Jump thing, then that's like on them. But if it's a them thing, like if it's the author, then they probably would make them change it if they wanted to. But the thing with Kaiju number 8 is the very first volume did crazy numbers. Like it did really good numbers for a volume 1. Let me see if I can find it, because I know it did really well. Like everybody was talking about it on Twitter. Or not everybody, but like it made a big deal like throughout. Yeah, right here, Kaiju number 8. Manga becomes fastest jump series to hit 1 million copies. Like that's huge. That is huge. Fastest jump series to hit 1 million copies. Just in March, it already had 1.2 million copies. So yeah, that's crazy fast. Like manga that like when you think about new series, like new series sell, but they don't sell like that. Like they don't sell that fast. Yeah, in June already had 3 million copies sold. That's numbers. That's crazy. I don't know. I truly don't think it'll get canceled with it selling like that. Like if it continues to sell crazy, no, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. The volume sold like crazy in Japan. Kaiju number 8 will be fine. It's over. Yeah, yeah. Kaiju number 8, nah. The sales. As much as I hate the whole Demon Slayer argument, sales. Their sales are good. Those sales are really good. I was also thinking about another properties like asking from Bleach, where if he gets hit with somebody's spiritual pressure, he adapts to it and it doesn't affect him anymore, but with magic. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to read that again. I was also thinking about another properties like, oh, this is a character asking, who is that? I don't remember this character. I'm gonna see if I can Google him, because I really do not remember this guy. Oh, this is this dude. Oh, the Quincy guy. Oh, okay. I remember now. I straight up remember now. That'd be interesting, actually. So, like, how would that even work for anti magic? Because I feel like that'd be more of a like I could see something like that for like Ladros, but I don't know how that would translate for for anti magic. Like, I could definitely see how that would transfer that way, but I don't know how that would work for anti magic, because it's not like Asa was ever like with the anti magic. It's not like certain magic can get through it or anything. You know what I mean? Wonder if people in the Black Clover universes use other sources of power as a secondary, like ki, chakra, etc. I mean, we know ki's definitely used. I mean, not to the effect of like Dragon Ball Z characters, but it's definitely used. I don't know. I think a secondary power system in Black Clover would be nice. Like I think it's kind of like not necessary, but if Black Clover intends to go for a really long time, Asta's already reaching like pretty close to how strong. Like he's really close to being like almost unstoppable by somebody if they just only have magic. Like, and Black Clover is getting to the point where you are going to need something else to be. I was like saying before I started to choke and die. So getting closer to the point, from Black Clover, you're going to need something else to beat Asta besides just magic. Ooh. Also, I apologize for eating. I kind of feel a little bit bad now that I think about it, but I'm just really snacky right now. Like I don't typically get in like snack moods, but I'm like, I'm a snacky person in this moment. And the jerky tastes really good, so like, I just can't help it. I also think if they go to the land of the rising sun, the people will use ki there, like Haki and Asta will learn that. See, that's like, which would be hype. Don't get me wrong. That would be so hype, but I almost like Asta doesn't need anything. Asta's so strong. Like I'm telling you, Asta is powerful in this exact moment. Like, like anything else Asta gets is already putting him so far over everybody else, which I guess isn't bad, but it's just crazy though. Exactly, because wizards don't only use magic; they use all sorts of other powers. True, true, true. An arc where Asta fights an antagonist with Master Key Yami doesn't know would be fun. Yeah, I've honestly thought like Asta definitely needs a villain that he can't just like like where he can't just like do his anti-magic shenanigans and they didn't see it coming and then he wins. I definitely think a fight where Asta's advantage of anti-magic isn't just like innately like doesn't innately make him win would be cool. That was one of the things I really enjoyed. That I feel like a lot of people enjoyed about the Veto fight is the fact that like even though Asta had anti magic against Veto, it really didn't matter. Like he needed so much more to beat Veto. Like it would almost be like if instead of like Finra and Vanessa helping Asta fight Veto, if he just had to scrap, if he was able to keep up with him and just hit him normal, but it just didn't do a lot of damage. So it was just like this battle of endurance. That'd be hype. Mm. I don't know if Asta gets like to fight another non-super magical person, that would be hype. Match was gonna be fire. Wait, match was gonna be fire so weak. Komodo the goat. I think maybe you mean this week, maybe. Yeah, maybe you mean like, but match is gonna be so fire this week. I kind of hope match gets an anime. I feel like it'd be a funny one. Like I've only read chapter 1, but it looks like it'd be funny. I just want Asta to use anti-magic in more creative ways instead of just creating Black Slash. Yeah, honestly, like anti-magic has so much potential. I was kind of one of like I've said before. I don't know if you guys have anybody's heard me, but I was always saying like, it'd be cool if he could like actually do a simple spell with the anti-magic, like a little small, like nothing crazy, like a small blast or maybe like anti-magic shield or stuff like that. I don't know, like just a little something, especially now that his hand is all dark with anti-magic and burnt over. I don't know. Mm. The Eden Zero English dub trailer was released yesterday. Oh, I might have to check that out. I wonder how the English dub is, cause I was watching the English dub of Tokyo Revengers and it's pretty good. It's honestly really good. The English dub for Tokyo Revengers. So I feel like English dubs have been up as of recently. They've been pretty decent. And and the Fairy Tail English dub is alright. I think. Like actually, I want to say when I started watching Fairy Tail, like a super long time ago, I had started with the dub, and I didn't really have any problems with it. Said you wonder what the top 5 best hacks in Black Clover? Definitely body magic for sure, because Dante comes back from like everything. Like body magic, dark magic, time magic for sure. Vanessa's threads and I'm not for sure. Like those ones for sure, because Dante's regeneration is like absolutely wild. I mean, granted, Morris amping it makes it even crazier. Maybe Ladros' ability to absorb magic. Those might be the craziest ones for me. Ladros' ability to absorb magic, time magic, dark magic, body magic. Dang, I forget the last one. Oh, and Vanessa's thread magic, because of the whole fate thing. The fate thing's crazy broken. All Asta have to do for right now, because all Asta have to do for right now is become a better swordsman. So his base can. Yeah, I kind of do like that point about Asta. It kind of reminds me of like Goku and them. Like if Asta just gets stronger, he overall is just better. Hey Quan, nice to see you giving it a try, even if you never remember GRG is Ghost Reaper Girl. I'm not gonna forget. Let me Google it right now. So this way it's gonna be fresh on my head. Oh, and it's on Viz? I know, I'll add it to my favorites on Viz right now. I'll even show me doing it. So you can see me. Because you have brought it up a bunch of times. Oh wait, I don't want to show this part though. I definitely don't want to show my login stuff. Because that would probably not be good. What is my password even? Yeah, no, that definitely was not it. Maybe it doesn't matter if I show it because I don't even know it. Can't get my password took if I don't know my password. There we go. Okay, so we're signed in. Add it to my favorites. Right there. Or not. I thought I added it to my favorites. Nope. Well, I don't know where it just went. That is crazy. I thought I did. I guess I didn't do it right. Oh no, I've hit the wrong thing. Okay, favorited. Added to my favorites now. There it is. Bam. It's on there. I will make sure I check it out. Wait, what is this even about? I'm just taking your word for it. I didn't even look at it. Latest from manga cover Rosio. I've never even heard of Rosio plus Vampire. Rosario? The latest from the mangaka of Rosario plus Vampire. Scrappy Girls had it with Grabby Ghost and fights back. I don't even know what this is about. I don't know what it's about, but I favorited it and I will check it out because you've told me to check it out a bunch of times. So I will do that tonight. He can't even fire. Asta can't even fire anti-magic bolt from his arm or shoot any magic rays from his eye. That'd be hype. Anti-magic rays from his eye. One thing about me that a lot of people don't know is I'm a huge fan of laser eye beams. Like I think they're so cool. Like I thought Cyclops from X-Men was so dope when I was a kid, just shooting lasers out of his eyes. Oh, that is really cool. But that would be hype if he could shoot something from his eyes. A little crazy, but I think it'd be dope. I think Asta used katana like Gin, Zanpakuto. Ooh, Gin was also one of my favorite characters from Bleach. We were talking about that earlier. Gin's awesome. I think he and Libby will learn defense counters, but this arc is too soon. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably too soon. Master Monozone for Mario so broken. It is. I kind of hope that it has a similar effect to True Magic, where she's actually like doing some crazy stuff, because that would give her like the whole actual fire. If she had actual like. Maybe, I don't know. Mario has so many directions that she could be taken to get even stronger. But I'm definitely confident because Tabata likes her character a lot. So I'm sure she'll get something cool. You're right, Word Soul Magic Rax is actually really broken. Dante didn't regen too well once he lost contact with Lucifaro. He died faster, Jack, so I don't want Ravici's chain magic. It can nullify magic too, so it's pretty good. Yeah, that is true. Ravici was even able to nullify an elf who had way more magic than he did. So I think the chain magic definitely has a lot of potential. Asta needs to start using the demon dweller to its full potential. Facts, bro. I sometimes feel like Tabata forgot what that sword even does. I really do think he honestly forgot sometime. Jared Punch, what's going on, bro? What do you think Mimosa's ultimate and true magic will be like? Well, I mean, the true magic is pretty like self-explanatory off of the bat. Just like, the whole thing where she could probably make actual plants and stuff that aren't magic. So it's like, I guess that's stronger. I don't know if actual plants are stronger than magic plants, but I guess that's a thing. As far as her ultimate magic, I kind of think like I'm kind of basic like everybody else, so I think it'll just be like some super huge ultimate AoE healing spell that'll heal like a huge area all at once. Either that, or it could be like a like super hyper recovery thing where like it can bring people back from like the actual brink. Like as much as I don't want it to happen, like say like how Gaja is, like being able to bring him all the way back, which would kind of suck. Or another possibility, if it was way more offensive, it could be similar to how Owen's elf was. I definitely don't remember Owen's elf's name, but how Owen's elf was, where he could overheal you, like that ability where like someone can heal you so much that your cells are like regenerating too much, and you kind of like die that way. That would be a cool one for her. Let me see. Well, I cover Girl Super Girl, so I got a playlist. It's like Chloe Love can allow spirits to possess her, which give them abilities so they escaped from it. I don't know what this is about. Oh, we'll see. It's just interesting. Ichigo's your favorite shonen protagonist? I mean, Ichigo is cool. Ichigo just sometimes would get on my nerves with how like he be down to fight, but then randomly not down to fight. Time to test Quan in the chat. Wild. Wild what? What are you talking about, Rex? What are we testing me on? I figured once his arm went to Libby, he could channel anti-magic or shoot beams or do things. He seen because he could put. Yeah, I thought that too. Like I really thought once he got the anti-magic all in his arm and stuff, he'd be able to do like cooler stuff. But like so far, outside of the transforming Yami's katana, he's literally done nothing. I really like Dante as a villain. I wish he wasn't done so dirty. Really wasted time. I'm not even going to touch on that because, like I said, I have a whole video I was working on mid-power outage about Dante that is going to be out tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be. All my thoughts are going to be in there about Dante. What's the good, Quan? Oh, Golden Soul, what's up, bro? What is up? Well, true magic would be real stuff, like the physical source is the grid summon compared to the magical, which Asta couldn't stop with anti-magic. Or Dante's and Soul. Yeah. Imagine Yami with true dark magic can produce that. Oh, that would be way too much. Way too much. I know Real is Quan's favorite character. So does he think he'll die from this spell? No. I think it's one of those spells where it's like, even though he's going to get all the damage back, I feel like it's one of those things where it's one of those spells where like you'll get everything back from like down to like 1 HP. Like think of it that way. Like you'll take all your damage back aside from like that little extra bit so it won't kill you. I don't think he'll die. Oh, there's a character in Dragon Quest that has the overheal? That's kind of cool. Some of most of these true magic start a marijuana business. That is funny. It's funny Mimosa and the Heart Queen aren't fighter types, but Mimosa still have some attack spells compared to Lolo who have 0 attack spells. Well, like, it's that whole thing. It's like, I'm not mad at Lord Petrica not having attack spells because, like, it has been established in Black Clover through Finral that, like, you get spells based on your temperament, whereas Finral is literally just too kind to want to attack people, so he just doesn't learn attack spells. Whereas the same thing for Lord Petrica, where she is just actually too kind to learn attack spells. So like I get it, I really do. It's just that like whereas Finral is a random noble, whereas Lord Petrica is a queen, so it just makes it like totally unacceptable for me. And like Mimosa, I guess whereas Mimosa is kind, but she's like Mimosa's about it. Like the fact that Mimosa was able to learn an attack spell shows that like personality and like actually temperament wise that she's actually about it. Do I read Marvel comics? I don't, unfortunately. I've only read one comic or two comics in my entire life, and it was like the first two like graphic novel books of Injustice, and that was only because they were around, and I did like them a lot. But let me see. I wouldn't mind getting into the comics, DC or Marvel, because they always look dope. I used to see Fades reading them. I know Will's reading them on Twitter now. They look hype. I was thinking Ivanka lives. She heals real with blood magic, revealing she had no offensive magic like Luro until Ejaculate corrupted her. That'd be a very odd twist. You link me in my DMs, Rex. What do you link at me? That is so funny. I'm glad someone else is getting memed by Rex instead of me. That is so funny. uh, who do I think would win between Goku and the Living Tribunal? I do know a little bit about the Living Tribunal. I know he's like a god. Like he's like a actual god. And not trying to downplay the gods of DBZ, but the gods in DBZ aren't as nearly as godlike as how actual gods are. So my money's on the Living Tribunal for sure. Let me see. You said Laurel's a bit lazy or not creative since Finral found a way to be useful with his magic. Even if he can't do real offense, like language, he found a way to do something. I mean, she kind of did because she was able to make like knights. She was able to make like those little water clone or those little water knights who could technically fight. I mean, like, that's something, you know? It's not like she has absolutely nothing. Yeah, the Dante video is coming out tomorrow. I would expect it like midday. Honestly, it depends on how early I wake up. If I wake up super early, then I can have it out like by the early afternoon. I mean, tomorrow's Saturday, so depending on how late I stay up, I might sleep in. I should be up by 10 though. That's like 10:30. That's usually around the time I wake up when I don't have work. I'm definitely not one of them people that just likes to wake up unnecessarily early in the morning for no reason. Who do you think, Yami versus Asta? I don't know. Devil Union's tough. Devil Union is honestly really tough. I think, as far as the like with Devil Union Asta, it's that same thing where like with Asta versus any crazy character. Now that he has Devil Union, basically the question is, do I think Asta could beat Yami in 5 minutes? And honestly, I don't think he could beat Yami in 5 minutes. I think if Asta had Devil Union for longer than 5 minutes, then yes, he could. But like the fact that it's going to take like the fact that he only has 5 minutes to beat Yami is I think what's going to do him in. Like I don't see him blitzing, I don't see him one-shotting. I don't see him doing anything that Yami couldn't react to or anything super crazy. So like I really think like if he had longer than 5 minutes, he could possibly win, but only in 5, I don't think so. Already for Demon Slayer season 2, I was really ready for Demon Slayer season 2 until I don't know if you've seen, but it's going to be 2 cores, which I know what that means, but I can't really explain it. I'm going to try. I think it means it's going to be 2 parts, so like a bunch of episodes. But the sucky part about it is the first half of Demon Slayer season 2, they're going to be adapting the Infinity Train. So it's like it's that whole Boruto when they adapted the movie, or the whole Dragon Ball Super adapting the movies, all of that. So it's that thing. So like I was really hyped for it, and I am still hyped for the second half. But that first half adapting the movie is gonna be so whack because the movie was kind of boring, and now it's just gonna get drawn out. Yeah, but I said those nights were just for show and use. Ouch. Ouch. I mean, they could probably clap somebody regular. I mean, Finral's teleporting somebody else fella isn't gonna go super crazy. Win the meetup at Quancredible. I'm a nearby fan. LOL. JK. Oh no, you're good, bro. It's funny. I was just at the Summit County Fair like not even all that long ago. Depending on how close you are, I don't know if you heard of that. The Summit County Fair. I was really not. I was just over there. They have like spores or poison magic, so they should be able to have some weed. Oh my gosh, should I talk about the weed, most of the weed magic. If you're a goblin slayer, they use alcohol to get goblins and others drunk and pass out. Wait, what are we talking? Oh, you're probably talking to somebody else. I didn't know the living tribunal was immune to the Infinity Gauntlet, and he knocked out. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because living tribunal was the one who stopped the Infinity Gauntlet. 'Cause I know he just ripped it off of Thanos' hand in the comics, which is like wild. Which is absolutely wild. That's why I'm gonna have him over Goku, because like the living tribunal could just do stuff where he can just defy the laws of reality entirely, which is a lot. Every Tuesday you say you're gonna sleep in, but you always wake up at 7 a.m. Yo, when I don't have work and I say I'm gonna sleep in, that makes me so mad. Actually, this stream is a good thing because on Friday, because I don't work on the weekends, like Saturday and Sunday are my days off from work. And like I wake up early in the morning, but I always say like Friday I'm gonna stay up late because I don't like to stay up late on Saturday unless I go out. But I always say Friday I'm gonna stay up late because my only day to stay up late. But then I always fall asleep early. I like always do. Need to see more combo spells. For example, dark magic plus dream magic. Oh, that'd be cool. Sort of enemy's worst nightmares and fears manifest and road to attack. I wonder like would that be a better pair with the shadow magic? I don't know. I feel like dark and shadow magic together would also be really cool. What about Yami versus the Fused Twin Devils? The only thing about the Twin Devils that I think would be hard for Yami is when they did that thing. Like, they never did it when they were fused. But separately, they did that thing where they turned into their element. Which is like really, I don't know how Yami would hit them in that form. Like, that's the only thing. Like, if his arcane properties will allow him to still hit them in that form, then I'm like that'll be one thing. Well, no, if he can hit them while they're in that form, then I'll give it to Yami. The only other thing that's kind of weird is the giant ball attack, cause like I don't think Death Thrust can destroy that entire attack because it's just really big, and I also don't think that Black Moon could negate that entire thing just because it's so big. So like his only option would be to dimension slash like equinox it in half. But even if he does that, he probably still might blow up just because of how big it is. So it's like I don't know. Like I think Yami can win. It just depends on if he can actually hit them when they transform into their element. That's my only thing. Finro can teleport you into lava and other things if he has line of sight or food or things in people's stomach. I mean, yeah, Finro technically could be really broken if they let him like reach into people and pull things out of their body. So I mean, like in that way, Finro could be really broken. Cause that scene where he was putting food in Luck's stomach actually just showed he had some crazy potential. Are there some gods in Marvel stronger than Zeno? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Cause like the thing with the Dragon Ball Z verse or the Dragon Ball Z universe is one thing that like is that I can definitely like I Seth the programmer is okay sometimes. Like I definitely don't always agree with the stuff he says, but I don't always disagree with the stuff he says either. And one of the things I recall him saying is that the Dragon Ball Z universe is small. Like it's still huge because it's like it's a universe, but it's not like super crazy big as like say the Marvel universe. If we're comparing sizes of the entire universes, so like I would definitely think that there are gods in Marvel stronger than Zeno, just because I feel like he is absolute in a smaller universe than some of the gods in Marvel, if that makes sense. Despite me not knowing a ton about Marvel, I'm not like a big Marvel guy, nor am I like a Dragon Ball Z power scaler or anything like that. But that's just like from my experience with both series and what I know, that just sounds about right to me. Live like 0.2 by the. Oh, dude, I know exactly where you live. I used to have a client that worked at that Texas Roadhouse, actually. Not saying. Yeah, I know exactly where you are. I'm not gonna say it either, but you're like really close, like super duper close. That'd be honestly. Honestly, I feel like it'd be cool to meet up with like a lot of my Ohio followers to see like if there's like a neutral place, that'd be dope. Maybe if there's like a movie, that'd be cool. We could do like a movie day or something. Movie meetup. If people would actually go, I'd do it. I really would. You said I remember when you guys were into Broku's DBZ channel, but had no idea he had a Black Clover one. Dude, that was so funny because like I straight up had known Broku from DBZ and I had no idea he covered other series. I really had no idea. If Majecula isn't fully manifested, I don't think they can slay the devil even if they win. It would just return to the game. Oh, that is true. I well, it just I don't know, because if they kill her, because she's not really there. I wonder how that. Tabata's probably not even thinking of that, honestly. I don't know. Cause like, excuse me, I get what you're saying, because she's technically not fully manifested, so she's technically not all the way there. So even if you kill her, there should still be some of her in the gate. So like, I get what you're saying. I really do. I don't even know how Tabata. I really don't think he's even thinking of that. Oh, I missed this one up here. Monado or anti-magic swords. I doubt you've seen Xenoblade. See, now the thing with Xenoblade is you're gonna hate me for this. You are 100% gonna hate me because anybody I've ever talked to that was into Xenoblade, like really into it, hates me. But I didn't play the first one. I only played, what was it, Chronicles X and the second one. So like, I don't know about the Monado. I know it's so bad, but like, I really did like Chronicles, and I really did like the second one, and I want to play the first one. I just haven't yet. That's my only thing. Quanta's in the state fair for his prize barbecue ribs. No, I'm not in the fair. I was not in it. I just wanted to go because I've been to fairs, but I never been to this exact fair. Broku's theories are becoming Light Mage's level of clickbait and BS. I will say that his theories are kind of wild, but the one thing that I will say that I enjoy about Broku's theories is that, or anyone's theories that are crazy, is that I enjoy it when you have a crazy theory, but at the very beginning or throughout the video, you at least preface it as, hey, this could be wrong, or hey, this is probably wrong, or like, I don't believe this, or that kind of thing. Because it keeps reinforcing that you don't 100% believe or that you acknowledge that this could be false. Whereas like the stuff with Light Mage, it's like he puts that stuff off as this is 100% it. That kind of stuff always has bothered me though. When people put off their theories as like 100% true, especially when they're really wild. So like, at least I will say Broku does do that, where he at least does say, hey, these could be false, or hey, this might not be 100% true. So I mean, even if it's a super crazy theory, as long as he's not like saying it's the law, I'm okay with that. Dimension Slash can still hit spatial hacks like that bypasses intangibility, like there, since cutting space. I mean, yes, he'd be able to cut them. Like, yes, I'm not saying that like he wouldn't be able to cut the fire or cut the ice, but like, would it do damage though? You know what I mean? Because technically, like this is how I'm thinking of it in my head. Say like Yami was up against a One Piece Logia user, you know what I mean? Like if Yami does Dimension Slash against like Sabo, the Dimension Slash is going to cut through him, yes, but it's not like he took any damage because in that moment he was fire. That's kind of what I'm saying. I see the Monado is the sword that sees the future. Okay, so what's that future move that Shulk does in Smash Bros? Honestly, I know the one guy. Oh, I forget his name. The one of the villains in Xenoblade 2 had a weapon that was very similar to Shulk's, which I thought was kind of cool. Honestly, the weapon looked cool. Honestly, we're talking about visual appearance. I think the Minato sword looks way cooler than Asta's sword. But I like sci-fi stuff, so that's probably why I would say that. I was laughed really hard when Nightmare was making fun of Sammy's theories. Dude, Sammy's theories are wild, bro. Sammy is hilarious. I love that guy. What if Yami had the Yamato from Devil May Cry? I mean, it would just kind of buff his already ability to do this kind of crazy stuff. DC and Marvel have characters that can mess with the panels they're in or erase them from the manga page. They have dumb meta. Yeah, they do. Like they get really wild. Oh, you gotta go to work early tomorrow, so good night. Oh, One Smart, appreciate you dropping by, bro. Always appreciate it for anybody that's by, but thank you. Get some sleep for work. I definitely don't want anybody to be tired tomorrow. Broku have the best theories because they're so controversial, but make so much sense at the same time. Yeah, and definitely not trying to take any shots at anybody, but I mean, Broku's theories definitely aren't like, because they're not like, they're just like, I like them because they're like thought provoking. They are like they're because they do at least they are at least somewhat grounded in what is the reality for the show. They're not just like, oh, Asta's gonna grow a third arm confirmed. They're not like that. That's just like too crazy. That's just that's too much. This is way too much. It's like, oh, unlocks telepathy confirmed. This is like, what? It's like, what story are we reading? Like, who even is this? I think dark magic works on devils as a grid avoided the attack for a reason, even though he can heal or reattach his limbs, kinda. I always wondered if he could. I guess he can. Never mind. I was about to say, I wonder can he heal from dark magic wounds, but he already did, so I guess there's no reason to even say that. Since you played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Rex's Japanese voice actor is not really. That's weird. That's really weird. That's so odd to me. Honestly, I guess I wouldn't even notice because it's funny because I love and I hate the how the English does the weird British accents or weird English accents for their characters. So like I still played them on the English just cuz like I don't know what it is. The English accents were stupid, but they're like I liked them, but I disliked them at the same time. But I did not know him. I have heard the Japanese ones though, but I did not know they had the same voice actor. What's the first Wizard King met Julius? Like I definitely wish they were able to meet under like more normal circumstances, and not like when he's about to die. Xenoblade 1 is an anime story with perfect gameplay. For real, it is great. Makes you feel connected to the main character. 190 hours. Goodness gracious, bro. I know that they remade it for the Switch, and I do want to play it. It's definitely on my list of games that I would need to play on my Switch for sure. Like it's up there with like that, like Octopath and all those like other RPGs and stuff. There's like a bunch of Switch games that I have to play. And I remember there's another game for the Switch that isn't out. It comes out like 2 years. It kind of looks like Octopath, but it's different. Are you ready for that Demon Slayer game to come out? Yo, I'm super hyped for that. I'm super hyped for that. Cause I was a big fan of Storm, like of the Storm games. Like the fact that they're finally putting the Storm system into another like series is gonna be hype. I'm 100% gonna play that on the channel for sure. I found out that Sammy is working with Night Baron, so they're doing it to get more attention, not anything hostile. So it's funny to see them playing off of it on stuff. That's like one of the best things about Sammy that I can say, as opposed to a lot of other content creators that I've just met, is that Sammy has a really great sense of humor. And that is like a really good thing to have. Not a lot of people has a good sense of humor as Sammy, which is great. I hope Black Clover gets another game. It needs another game. Black Clover could, like, if they would have taken advantage of Black Clover when it had more hype, they could have really made money off of the game. Like, they really could have. I find it crazy that, like, Black Clover is like, well, I guess I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say I find it crazy that Black Clover is like one of the only like major series that's out right now that didn't get a good game, but My Hero has yet to get a good game too. So like I'm not a fan of the mobile game for My Hero. I don't really like it that much. And like they kind of I was playing in the beginning and they kind of screwed over a lot of people with one of the banners. Like it just depends on how you interpret it. They kind of screwed over a lot of people in their gacha game. And One's Justice is just really weird. One's Justice is such a clunky game. It's not that good. Zagrid was slow to heal when he got hit with the Dimension Slash, and then Ostis finished it off. Yeah, he just didn't even know. Racing Rex is cutting the element itself, so it can cut things that are ethereal. See, like, but like with my example though, if your organs or heart is just not there, like if it is just like if your heart is just made of actual fire, even if it gets cut, it's just gonna reform together. That's like my thinking. Neo, we're definitely gonna have to play some matches. I'm gonna be down to play so many matches with that. Oh, you have a list of everybody? Why do all the Jin is Lichen's partially? I don't even hear that one. I don't hear that one at all. Moragus, I don't hear that one either. Amalthus is Yami. I think I can kind of hear that one. The Amalthus one I can kind of hear. You know what? No, I can hear the Jin one too. The Henry one, I don't know if I can hear that one. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to these guys. Do you think Julius' potential is infinite because of his coverless grimoire? I think Julius's potential being infinite is just because of his magic. Like, if of his innate magic being time magic, I think that's what makes his potential like go like super crazy. Like just because time itself is infinite, so like I think that's kind of what gives it to him. Like I don't think his grimoire made him broken. I wonder if Julius has a 3-leaf or a 4-leaf. I feel like he has a 3-leaf. I feel like it would have came up if it was 4-leaf. Or I wonder if he doesn't have a leaf at all. That's so stupid. I don't even want to think about that anymore. They should rip off Golden Axe for Black Clover game. That would be way cooler than the ones out there. What's Golden Axe? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what Golden Axe is. Oh, Rex. I just went to Twitter and seen this murder game that you're talking about. This ad popped up for me earlier today too, and it really did creep me out. It legitimately did creep me out. Oh, so yeah, okay. So since he doesn't have a cover, I guess there would be no leaves because he doesn't have a cover. That's true. Henry's voice actor. Oh, Henry's voice actress is okay. This chick. Oh, they're known for voice acting. Okay, so that's probably why I can't hear it then. Cause I was like, I don't hear that at all. I was like, I don't hear that at all. Quan is avoiding my exposure post. What are you talking about? I'm ignoring your exposure post. About the Pokemon game? I literally just said something about it. I said I got that same ad a while ago and I thought it was crazy. I thought it was super creepy. What's my prediction for the next Black Clover chapter? Are you talking about like the one after the one that we got spoilers for, right? Like so that'd be 302, I think. Are you talking about 302? Just to clarify. Yo, Trey, what's going on, bro? You just got off work. You got off work super late. Well, I guess if you live on the West Coast, it's probably not super late. But on the East Coast, it's super late if you are here. If Asta was a... Oh, wait. Let me read this other one first. I've been thinking about checking out Eden Zero. I 100% think you should. 100%. I definitely think the anime... I haven't seen the anime personally, but I've heard good things about it. I think the anime would be a good place to start off. just to check it out. And if you like it, 100% read it. It's so, the manga is so good. It is so good. I definitely think that people that didn't, I think that people that were iffy on Fairy Tail, like if people like if you liked Fairy Tail, but like something about it just didn't connect for you, I think Eden Zero is a good thing. I think it'd be a good thing for you. Let me see if Asa was a Pokemon trainer. What type of Pokemon do you think he'd specialize in? Fighting types for sure. Asa would be a fighting type trainer. He'd have like a Machop and like maybe like a Hitmontop, maybe like them Sacred Sword Pokemon. Maybe I don't know, Poliwrath, Primate. People had all that. Zeke is my favorite character, and he's voiced by Kendro. So the voice of Seto Kaiba Overhaul and Silver Fredo. He has an amazing lineup of characters that he's voiced. Honestly, I love Zeke too. He was so funny. Him and his stupid him and what was it, Turters? His turtle. I was so close to naming Sheldon Turters. I really was. I was really close to actually naming Sheldon Turters, but unfortunately, I found out about. I played the game shortly after I got Sheldon, and I was already calling him Sheldon. I didn't want to change his name. But if I had I played Xenoblade 2 before I got Sheldon, his name would have been Turters for sure. By the way, Quancredible do a dancing video of him dressed as Noel. Definitely not. That would be a horribly mean challenge if I fail. But luckily, I don't think I could afford. I don't think I could find a cosplay of Noel that would fit me. And I think that would be highly disturbing. Maybe if I could wear basketball shorts under it, that might make it a little bit better. If not, that's just too much leg. Oh, 302. So like for 302, hopefully what I really, really want is a glance at maybe just a little bit. But I feel like that we're gonna get one way or another, like the whole next phase of the Majecula fight for 302. So like for 302, it'll really be like it'll either set up Noelle's win condition on what she can do with Charlotte and Rill and like maybe Asta around to like finally finish off Majecula, or it'll be like really pounding in the despair that Majecula was able to like she's way too powerful. Part of me thinks that something will be like I feel like something's going to refer back to Gaja's attack did lasting damage. I feel like they're definitely going to do that. Like, let's like refer back to Gaja's damage. Imagine if Nero's true ultimate magic ceiling allows her to seal someone's. Oh, that'd be super broken. That'd be too much. I honestly think that'd be way too much. Dang, do you live on the East Coast? You're getting out that late? I'm sorry. My condolences because it is so late. At least it's Friday though. Hopefully you're off tomorrow. Just hope Gaja isn't alive now. Live now. Form the luck spell. It's like they tease deaths. It's like they always tease deaths, then the person is fine. In Black Clover, like Gauch for weeks. I mean, like the thing with me in Black Clover deaths is I'm not invested in a death until I see some grimoire like start to disappear. If I don't see the grimoire disappear, I'm not even. I don't even fall for it. Luckily for the twins, they don't have a brain, so Yami wouldn't have that weak point to aim for. Oh. Which new Pokemon game are you hyped for? They got so few coming out soon. They got a few coming out soon. So I'm playing Pokemon Unite right now. Like not currently, but like in the moment. I am hyped for that. Or I'm hyped playing it. I do enjoy it. I'm 100% getting Shining Diamond, one of the remakes of Gen 4. Even though I dislike the art style, I love Gen 4, so I'm going to play it. And too much Coke, cherry Coke, not actual Coke. Oh my gosh. And the Pokemon Arceus game, or I think it's called Pokemon Arceus. I'm not quite sold on it yet. I just need to see. I need to see more about it. I need to see a little bit more about it. You said Pyra, Mithra, or I Can Never Numa. I think it was Numa. I didn't like their fused form Cause like I enjoyed Pyra and Mithra so much as characters individually, because of how just starkly different they were for each other. I'll say like if it's for me in terms of looks, I prefer how Pyra looks more than Mithra. I think her costume is way cooler, and red's one of my favorite colors, so that's why I like her more. But in terms of personality, I like Mithra more because she has a terrible attitude, and I always somehow seem to like people that have horrible attitudes for whatever reason. So it's probably Mithra if we're going overall. Mithra overall. But if we're going just off of appearance in Pyra. Scroll up to like 2 posts ago. Oh, I actually have to go to your page. I was just in my notifications. I didn't even see your page. Max, I do not know what post you're talking about right now. I really don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't. 2 posts before that? The one with Elfman versus that other guy? Or no, not Elfman. Is this Elfman? I don't know what post you're talking about, Rex. I'm sorry. Sheldon happens to be female. Don't make me cancel you on Twitter. Quan, let's get on Smash right now. Dust you. You're crazy. You would definitely not dust me in Smash. I haven't even played Smash in so long, but I am 100% confident. I'm 100% confident I wouldn't lose to any. I don't think there is anybody that I have talked to on YouTube or Twitter that would beat me in Smash. 100%. I'm cold in Smash. Like you would have to be on something to beat me in Smash for sure. This is like no. How do I think this arc would end? I know that lots of people want the whole Civil War ending, or not Civil War, where the whole lose ending, where like they lose and the demons take over for a little bit and they have to leave to the land of the sun and come back, which is cool. Me personally, I want the ending. I want an ending because I know that this is a popular, or not a popular one, but this is one that has been talked about. Whereas I want the kind of ending that the only way to seal the tree completely is for Asta to go onto the demon world side. So I want it to where like Asta ends up on that side by stopping, like he stops the tree and ends up in the underworld or demon world. So like it does fulfill the prophecy of Asta dying that Julius had earlier, and then Asta can somehow fight his way to get out, while on the other side they have their own problems and they're trying to get Asta back too. I would kind of like that ending, honestly, to this arc at least. Not like a Fairy Tail is sus. Rax, I mean, I could understand people's like gripes to Fairy Tail. I need an important character in Black Clover so it can have impact. I know. I feel like Black Clover hasn't introduced a really important character in a while. Like Laura Petchka's probably like the closest thing to a really important character that they've introduced in like a while. Honestly, I think as of like newer-ish characters, she's probably the most important newer, or Libby. Libby's a really important character too. We need a long-term villain for Black Clover. I feel like it's too late. I think it's too late for a long-term villain for Black Clover. Like, just because, like, I mean, you're already at chapter 300. It's like, how much longer is the series realistically going to run? Because, like, I kind of see Black Clover as being like a 500 to 700 chapter series at maximum. Like, 700 chapters for Black Clover would be absolute maximum. I don't see Black Clover getting to no 1,000 chapters for sure. 500 is probably if Tabata can do what he wants to do, or you know, it could always potentially be shorter. But I don't see, like, it just seems like too late. Smash tournament, yo, that would be kind of hype. No lie, Smash would be kind of hype. If there's honestly, even if there isn't enough people to have a Smash tournament, I would totally be down if there was like at least 3 other people. If there's at least 3 other people that would be down to like me opening up a Smash lobby and then you guys just join in and we just fight. That would be hype. I think that's a good idea for what I should put into the Discord. Just like a whole like little Super Smash Bros. Part of it where you can just like randomly link up and just fight. Well, Morris is a long-term villain. He was in the Diamond Kingdom and did the. See, my thing with Morris is like, you could say he's a long-term villain, but he doesn't really have a lot of like connection to the story. All like he does, but like we don't get to see him all like that. So like, it's like we don't get like, uh, we don't have any characterization of Morris, which takes away from how good of a villain he is. Because it's like we don't have anything on him. It just like, we don't know what kind of person. Like we have an idea, but we don't know what kind of person he is. Like it's not like we haven't seen his ideals or anything about him. That's just the only thing that takes away from his character. Two posts up. Let me see what you said, Rex. Rex, I think I've read all the stuff that you said. I read the one about DC stuff. I read the one about cutting the element. And then it's just to you avoiding your exposure post. And then you're talking about the twins don't have a brain, which I laughed at. And you said 2 posts ago. Like, we do need a long-term character. Yeah, we really do. Please let Asta go to the demon world and show his adventures there. Yes, that'd be hype. I think it'd be really hype. Bring Noelle and Yuno there would be very interesting. That'd be very, very interesting. Oh, we had the same theory? Yeah, like we'll see. Like it's one of those things where like I've heard other people have different variations of this, but for the most part, that is how like people, at least that's like for the most part like one of the ways how I feel like this arc should end. And, you be down for sure for the Smash thing? That'd be kind of hype. Honestly, even if it's a smaller number, I'd be down for playing Smash with a bunch of you guys. I could probably just like do that on stream, honestly. Cause I have no problem talking and playing Smash. I kind of talk a lot of trash though. Like I'm kind of I'm slightly different when I'm playing a fighting game. Like I'm not like crazy, but I'm definitely, it might be a little shocking to some people, but a little different. So what type of villain would I like in Black Clover? I mean, like, I want like a true one, a true person that challenges Asta's ideals and has like a legitimate reason for doing the things that they're doing. So I feel like the villains that have an actual good reason for doing what they're doing are the best kind. Like the elves getting redemption, and in the fact that like it was Zagrid that was pulling the strings was amazing, but it also kind of sucked because in those moments, Partry, Veto the Eye of the Midnight Sun, they were really justified in how they felt, and their revenge plot, everything was justified. So they're really really good villains, cause like the best villains are the ones that make sense. So like if we could got one of those, that would be hype. No, it's full sus. Quan, if someone doesn't like Fairy Tail, assume they're an arsonist or a cannibal. That's kind of a lot, Rax. A cannibal though. Dude, the friendship stuff in Fairy Tail, I could totally understand why that would like annoy people. I really could. Oh my gosh. When am I meeting Josuke again? I don't know. It depends on when I go to Florida again. I know my family was talking about going on vacation down to Florida again next year. I don't know if I'll go before then. Honestly, it would be dope to go like in the winter when it's not as hot. Cause going to Florida in the summer was not for me. That's like one of my biggest weaknesses, bro. Like I can't do heat. Quan does not do heat well at all. I think Beast Beto had a lot of good points. His anger and despair when he crippled Kyato and Kahono, you cheered. Honestly, it made the series feel so real. Like it felt really, really real at that moment. Cause not, I mean, like, it's one of those things where, like, obviously, like the thing where people say Black Clover has no stakes is just stupid. But like, I think what they're trying to say is like Black Clover doesn't have any stakes that are like upfront and important to the main, like that are like there for the reader to latch on to. Like, cause when there's a character that we know that gets effed up in a story, it's like, oh my gosh, like it's crazy. But like, like I'm not saying it has to be super gory or people need to get chopped up or nothing, but like, it's definitely very real when a character that like we all know dies or gets hurt. Versus like Black Clover, where lots of like no-name characters die or lots of civilians die that we're not attached to. Like where there are stakes, like if Black Clover's like, oh, if you fail, the whole Diamond Kingdom blows up, which is like that's a big stake. The Diamond Kingdom is an entire nation. If it blows up, that's a big deal. But at the same time, if it actually happens, none of us really care because we're only connected. Like say like the Diamond Kingdom blows up, but none of the characters in the Diamond Kingdom, like say like Mars, Fauna, Morris, like none of those guys die. A lot of us really wouldn't care like that because it's like we don't even know the people in there who died. It's like whatever. What about a villain who originated from the Clover Kingdom, sees discrimination in the kingdom and hates it, and tries to rid the world of magic? That'd be cool. I see that. That'd be fine. Someone who saw magic as just something that just promoted, the classes divide and like, and racism and all that, and so they wanted to get rid of magic. I'd be cool. That'd be a great villain. That would be a really dope villain because he'd be justified in what he sees in the Clover Kingdom, and heck, you could even say by extension the Spade Kingdom. So yeah, he'd be cool. I almost kind of feel. Well, no, yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. You were thinking of making a female variation of your main character? Oh, just in general, I think those are always cool when you have when characters just have the random gender bent versions of other characters. The next arc supposedly is leaving the continent or so, supposed from former editors or whatever, who knows. I seen that article and I think like what other people were saying was that like they were treating the spade, like I think the translation of it was talking about they were like going to the Spade King, like they were like it was supposed to be abroad, but I could be wrong. I remember Jay was explaining it to me in a live, like after a live stream. Jay Clouds, but I don't remember exactly what he was saying to be honest with you, so I guess I can't really say. If Asta lost his anti-magic abilities, could you see Asta becoming a blacksmith and turning into a Batman-like character, meaning he used weapons to fight? So, like, if Asta lost his anti-magic, I would see him as more like not necessarily a Batman or a blacksmith, but maybe in a sense of like he has like relics that have innate magical abilities in them, and he uses those. I think that'd be cool. Like maybe like a character like say he has a magic sword that like shoots something. Like this sword does a fire attack. Like that, like something along those lines would be cool too. Like kind of like how like Kyoto swords are supposed to be magical treasures or relics or something. But say if his swords actually did something, that'd be cool. The Clover Kingdom is more of a caste system where they believe they're born or you're stuck in your levels. Not like they're racist or anything. Like what the elves were basically. Yeah, I guess racist is probably a bad word. I couldn't. The caste system is actually a much because it's actually what it is. I just couldn't think of a way to put it. But yeah, this is probably it. This is definitely it. Definitely more of a caste system where you're stuck. So yeah, if there was a villain who wanted to just completely abolish the caste system by ridding the world of magic, if that was their way to stop that, and they had some like super realistic backstory where like their mother was like a peasant or something, and like their dad was a royal, but the dad left because he didn't want to be with a peasant woman, and like she needed to be saved but she couldn't because she's a peasant, so she was left to die in the street or something. So now he just hates the whole system and wants to abolish it, and thinks that like he has a ton of magic, but since he's a peasant he gets treated trash, so he wants to get rid of all magic so everybody's treated equal, like all of that. That would be fine. That'd be great. That'd be great. Somebody called Jay Bata. That's like a good one. I need Izuku to meet Asta. It would be a dope team because my hero. Are they carrying Jump? Yeah, they. There's another series out that's really good in Jump. What is it? What is this other series in Jump that I like? There's a couple good ones. One Piece. One Piece is carrying Jump. That's what it is. One Piece is 100% carrying Jump for sure. I don't know if it's just Black Clover and My Hero. Also, Undead Unluck is really good too. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Undead Unluck is good. Undead Unluck is fire. Walter Royals Asta is the villain wanting to change the caste system so somebody like Daminato could be the bad guy trying to keep him in place. I feel it, but at the same time, Daminato's so much about the rules. So like I don't know if he would do that. I want a noble who hates nobility and wants to change the system. That'd be cool too. It really would. Honestly, I feel like the caste system is going to have to be something that is addressed in Black Clover at some point. I just don't know if they could make a compelling villain at this point. Because anybody that is strong enough to threaten the captains or the main cast, it's like, why are you not in the Spade Kingdom? Like, where were you? So like, anybody from the Clover Kingdom that isn't that we don't know already, just is like, where were you at this whole time? Zora's a bit like an anti-hero villain as he really is against the society and the system. So I mean, honestly, Zora would have made a really good villain. Like or Zora's character. Zora's character, maybe not his power, but Zora's character and his intelligence would have made a dope villain. Like if you take all those aspects about Zora and like give him like some stupid broken magic, he'd be such a good villain. But I guess it's the part about Zora that's actually still a good guy that makes him like really cool. Was it not kinda who is the noble or house boss but wants to sort of save the kingdom but change it? It was yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Credits to you for the villain theory. The one that I just said? If it's the one that I just made up, we gotta take joint credit, Mo. Cause I mean you had the initial thing, but like I followed the whole backstory though just now. I did the backstory, so I gotta get something too. Oh man. Oh snaps! It is actually 12:30. I didn't even realize that. You guys can put like your last questions or chats in down, and I'll read or answer them, and then I'm gonna get ready to go to sleep. Well, no, yeah. Last couple chats and questions. I'm gonna get ready to go to bed because it is late. No, I just okay. I just added it. I need my credit too. Come on. Eden Zero dub trailer is out. Somebody said that earlier. I want to check it out to see what the dub is like. Neo, nice talking with you. Oh yeah, nice talking with you too, bro. Me, you, Neo, you, and Trey. We gotta play Smash together at some point. That'd be a fun stream. You said you're in a Black Clover Discord, or you're in this Discord server, and the owner loves Black Clover, but he defends everything the series does, like everything he even says trust about it. I do not like that kind of thinking. Mostly just because like is that kind of where people are like you're not allowed to dislike it just because they like it, and it's like, bro, if somebody doesn't like something about a series, bro, you should let them have that, because like everybody's not gonna like everything. It's so stupid. It's like if I wanted to get mad at like Tabata for how he's handling the Spade Assault arc, I have more than enough right to it. Like most of the people that be saying that don't even spend that much on Black Clover. They just read the pirated chapters every week and say, "Oh, I support Black Clover." It's like, no, you don't. For a long time, I thought Langris was going to be that long-term villain, but then he went good. Yeah, Langris would have been a good one if he would have went completely rogue. That would have been hype. Favorite character in Xenoblade 2? Mine is Zeke, Rex, and Poppy. Oh man, I love. Oh wait, no, oh, what was his name? Tora, the creator of Poppy. Yeah, I think it was Tora. The creator of Poppy. He was effing hilarious. Yeah, he was mad funny. I didn't really care for Rex. Oh, like that. His naivety was like a bit much for me sometimes. But yeah, I think his name was Tora. Jin was just so like he was dope. Jin was really cool. Dang it. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody that was just like really cool to me. Yeah, Jin, Tora, Zeke for sure. Zeke has to be in there. He's just too funny. Zeke is literally too funny to not be in there. And the fact that he's actually a really important person, like in the real world, that's just perfect. Those might be my 3 favorite. Mithra's close. I enjoyed Mithra a lot too. We can go half and half on it. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. All right, little Steve. Good night, bro. I'll catch you. I only got upset with the Libby Chibi stuff, making the devil seem tough kind of lame or weak. Yeah, the devil thing being real small is kind of meh. Because it seems like none of the devils are their actual size at all that they appear to be in their silhouettes. It's always kind of meh. You may love Shulk. Check out Xenoblade 1 when you get the chance. The universe of Xenoblade 2 are connected. Okay, so they are kind of the same. I've been meaning to for so long. Like, I really have. It's just like one of those things for like whenever I'm looking for a new game to play, I always forget about that kind of stuff. But I 100% want to play it. Like, it is a definite game. Because I played all the other ones. So it's like I might as well play that one. I was kind of shocked when Langris was like good. I had all broken down. Oh, Trade Hub's face. Oh, that would have made so much sense if he had like defected entirely. Honestly, it's kind of wild that only Langris's elf was affecting him that much. Like, no one else was that aggro except for Langris. So that's kind of odd when you really think about it. But I appreciate you guys though for stopping by. I appreciate the 2 donations earlier. I know Jake was one of them, and I'm for the life of me, I'm having a very hard time remembering the other one. I think maybe because I'm a little sleepy. But aside from that, I enjoy talking to you guys a ton. We're gonna get the Discord up soon. Dante video coming out tomorrow, sometime in the early-ish afternoon. You guys enjoy the rest of you guys' night. Stay safe. Hopefully no one does anything too crazy this weekend. But yeah, good stream, guys. So I'll catch you guys later.